Hey everyone, it's James from American Drifter, and I'm sure right now you're wondering why I'm holding banana stock. Well, I'm about to tell you why. Bananas are a great food item to have while you're on the trail, although not really in this form. Now, if you have a dehydrator, you probably already know what I'm going to say. You have the ability to dehydrate several food items, not just fruit, but meat also. For this example, I have dehydrated some bananas just to show you what they look like. Now, I'm sure they don't look that great, but in this form, they're much more compact and they will last a lot longer than they would in their original state. And that's just one example. Today, we're going to be showing you several different food items available to you that you can purchase from your local grocery store in order for you to prepare for your next outdoor adventure. Let's check it out. Here we are back inside and it's tabletop time. So let's say you're out there camping, backpacking, you wake up first thing in the morning, what do you want? That's right, you want some coffee. And for this, I've chosen the Folgers Classic Roast. You get 7 packets in this box, and I want to say this was under $1. It was around 87 cents. And this is just a very convenient way to, drink coffee in the morning, you get your water boiling, and you just rip one of these open and pour it right in your coffee cup, and you're good to go. Be advised, these also come in a tea bag form in the event that you didn't want to mess around with the coffee grounds, so they do have that option available as well. For the price point, you really can't beat these. All right, so now that you've had coffee, you're kind of hungry, so what do you reach for? Quaker Instant Oatmeal. These do come in a large variety of flavors. You get about 10 of these in a box, and this, when I purchased it, was around $2.50. So very budget friendly, easy on the wallet. And one of the things I love about these Quaker Oat instant oatmeal packages is the packets are individualized and they're disposable. So what I typically do is I heat up a cup of boiling water and I'll pour it directly into one packet and eat it directly out of there. And for me at least, that's something I really love about this because it saves me having to bring along an additional dish that I really don't need. However, let's say you weren't really in the mood for oatmeal. Well, what about Pop-Tarts? This is a package of 16, and I want to say this was around $3.50 maybe. And the cool thing about these are if you are, on a diet or you happen to be vegan, well, guess what? The unfrosted version of Pop-Tarts also happen to be vegan. Pop-Tarts seem to have a bad rap about them. However, if you do the research, several people use this as their go-to food prior to an endurance race. And I happened to buy them on my last trip when I was in Washington and Hawaii, just because they were so convenient. There's really no preparation involved. I mean, I guess if you wanted to, you could heat them over the fire out of the package. But it's just, you rip it open, you eat it, and you're done. And that's why I like to have Pop-Tarts on the trail. So now that we've gotten the breakfast portion out of the way, let's move on to lunch. All right, now that it's lunchtime, the first item I have for you on the list is trail mix. And I'm sure right now you're a little confused, but I have done some very long hikes, around 12 miles with nothing but a bag of trail mix. And it has not let me down. It's one of those snacks that surprisingly, quenches your appetite, and it also gives you energy. So that's the first item I have for you is trail mix. And then this would not be a camping and backpacking food video unless I included the original Cliff Bar. This is the crunchy peanut butter version. And these are just a great food to have either as a snack in the afternoon or for lunch. Can't go wrong with those. The Cliff Bars are awesome. As mentioned earlier on in this video, dehydrated bananas are a great snack to have on the trail, either for lunch or in the afternoon. Very compact, and they will last you a long time in this form. Can't go wrong with a jar of peanuts. As you can see, I've already been eating these, so it's about halfway full. But I just wanted to include those as an example for you. Whether you're eating them for lunch or in the afternoon, that's a great snack. The last item I have for you today for lunch is the Kodiak Cake Muffin Mix. this does have a condition to it. You need a microwave in order to cook this. And the reason I'm including this is if you have some days like myself where I have several short hikes planned and I have to drive from point A to point B, then this is a great food to have with you, especially at those gas stations that have a microwave. And the cool thing about this is all you need is a little bit of water and a cook time of 60 seconds and you're good to go. So if you're stopping to get gas, you could also get out of the car and take advantage of this. Get it cooked, take it out, get back in the car, and be on your way. So this is the Kodiak Cake Muffin Mix, and I want to say this is around $1.70 per cup. After a long day of being outside and being on the trail, I'm sure you're hungry and you want a good meal for dinner. And for that, I usually gravitate towards a can of food, or maybe 2 cans of food. Really depends on who you are. For this, I have Amy's Organic Lentil Soup. I've done this before. I've done a can of Chef Boyardee. I've done instant mashed potatoes. I mean, you have a lot of options once you go to the store and you start looking down the aisles at some of the stuff that is sealed, but it will also last a long time and it's easy to make. And I usually bounce between canned foods and Mountain House meals, and I'll go ahead and show those now. They taste great. It's just every now and then I like a little bit more variety, so I usually jump between canned food and Mountain House meals. One other bonus item I'll go ahead and mention, it's important to stay hydrated on the trail, so I drink a lot of water, but every now and then I mix it up and I'll drink some Propel. And this is a box of 10 packets, and I want to say this was around $2. So make sure you're staying hydrated, make sure you're drinking lots of water out there. But every now and then, if you want to mix it up and get a little flavor, Propel is a great option for you. Before I wrap up this video, I just wanted to mention, if you couldn't tell, I have a minimal breakfast and I snack for lunch. And experience has taught me that it's more important to snack while you're on the trail versus having full-blown meals, at least in the beginning portions of the day. And the reason behind that is I've been in scenarios where I've gone out and I've had a full-blown meal for breakfast and lunch, and after I do that, I just find myself in a food coma and I'm tired and I don't want to do anything. And if you're like me, I'm sure you have several activities planned during the day. So that's the reason why I eat this way. It's a way that keeps me nourished and it keeps my energy up, so I'm able to do everything that I have planned for that day. There you have it. Those are several of the foods that I typically bring along with me when I go out on the trail. And keep in mind, this is not everything that's available out there. If you wanted to get some fruit cups or a bag of mashed potatoes, you could do that too. It really all comes down to personal preference. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support, and I will see you in the next video.